Is this thing on? Hello, 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 and welcome to Kaylin's Corner. I'm your host, Kaylin, and this is my corner of the internet where I talk about anything and everything that comes to mind. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this finds you well. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by saying I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded in a little bit. And then by a little bit, I mean like 3 weeks. It's becoming clearer and clearer that I low-key have commitment issues. Wow, not how I want. Wait, what a no, I can't. I can't. Why? Fuck it, this is real. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gonna let the light shine on me. Demi Lovato, who? Just kidding. She did what needed to be done with Camp Rock. Every time I say Camp Rock aloud, I just think about that one scene where they're like marching out and like stomping and clapping. Camp Rock! Camp Rock! And it's so funny to me, and I think it's because of all the TikToks that I would see. Thinking about all the TikToks that I've seen with using that sound, it's fucking hilarious. Camp Rock! Camp Rock! It's the little things. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of rambling right now. Although I feel like the start of this episode is a little all over the place, but that's a summary of my life right now. The holiday season is here and life just feels sad and depressing. Like there's so much going on. So much going on politically, ethically, mentally. There's just a lot going on right now, and I'm doing my best to work through it and stay positive. But honestly, it's hard to live, laugh, love in these conditions because there's just so much negativity out there in the world right now, especially. And it sucks because it's the holiday season, and I feel like the holiday season is supposed to be like, cheery, happy. Granted, I know it's not going to be cheery, happy, la la, like every single day. However, it feels like it's more sad and depressing than it is cheery and happy, just in general. I don't know. I don't think it's just me personally, because I've been seeing like a lot of posts on the internet of people saying similar things, and just like people in my circle as well haven't been doing the best, but we're hoping for better days, working to do better, to be better, to get better, because there's really no other way to get better. If you kind of just sit around and wait for something to happen, chances are nothing's really gonna happen. It's not like someone's just gonna come knocking at your door and like, here's the best day of your life. And then what? You have one good day and then what? They're not gonna come back. That's like a once in a lifetime opportunity in of itself, right? So you have to do your best to make your life the way that you want it to be. And I'm saying this wholeheartedly because I believe that it's true. It's much easier said than done, though. Don't get me wrong. I've been trying my best to live, laugh, love, but like I said, it's really hard. Live, laugh. I'm like saying live, laugh, love seriously, but like I mean it in like a little bit of a joking way, like in a silly goose manner, if you will. I don't know. It's just okay. Anyway, whatever. Need to stop over explaining myself. I don't know. You gotta do your best, do what you can. Life is a work in progress. and it's all about living. But in order to live, you have to be present. And sometimes it's hard to be present when the things around you are so chaotic. But if you want to change the chaos, you have to be the change you want to see in the world. I don't know what's going on with all this motivational talk. Um, it's 10 a.m. If that helps put things into perspective. It's like, what the hell is she talking about? Listen, man, I don't know. I'm not even thinking. The words are just coming out of my mouth. That's what she said. That is what I said. Anyway, sometimes I cringe right after I say things because I don't necessarily think before I spew the words out. And it's tough in real time, like when I'm with people and like that that happens, like that moment happens, like I say something and I instantly, I don't want to say regret it, but like it makes me cringe. Like, oh, should I have said that? I guess it is a little bit of regret, but not always. Also, I'm really sorry if you can hear the construction that's going on or whatever the hell that noise is, because the world just likes to be very loud and noisy. It's giving first episode vibes. If you know, you know, and if not, maybe you should go back and give it a listen. Tell me what you think. uh, but yeah, I hope that you can find a little bit of joy in your day to day, in your moment right now, while you're listening to me, whether it be my voice that is soothing to your ears or just whatever's going on around you. Find something to be happy about and stick with it, because it's the little things, they add up slowly but surely. So, at least that's what I try to do. And sometimes it's much easier said than done, but you gotta try. I know it's hard, but did you even really try? Maybe you could understand. Then all you have to do is ask and just open your mind to everything that's passing by. And all you have to do is try. And all you have to do is try. Try, 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 try. All you have to do is try. I love Kelly Uchis. I forget what song that is from. I forgot the title of that song. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this part in because I I'm not the best singer in the world, and I know, like, you're not going to be good at everything. Do I want to put that out on the internet? I just might. We'll see how I'm feeling when I'm editing this later on. If you heard this, that's cool. And if not, just a little moment for me. What's the name of that song? I'm gonna have to look for it now. I remember Tyler, the Creator, is in there. I know it's hard, but did you even really try? Mm-hmm. Kyla, what you mean? Is it Flower Boy? I take you to fancy because I'm the hottest. Oh, no. Flower Boy is the name of the album. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Cause after the storms where the flowers bloom. Oh, it's after the right? Cause after the storm with Kali Uchis, Tyler the Creator, and Bootsy Collins. It's a really good song. I haven't listened, you know, I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to listening to music, I use Spotify. Just just to put that out there. Um when it comes to listening to music, I don't necessarily listen to albums like when they first come out. I kind of just start listening to them when I get the urge to, like when I feel like it, when I want to expand on like a certain artist. So, for example, like Caliucci's. I don't know her albums, but there are quite a few songs of hers that I like to listen to. And I like Caliucci's as an artist. She's beautiful. Her songs are great. I like the messages that she um, has behind her songs as well. But I have never listened to an album of hers front to back. And I don't really know why that is. I think her songs just come on like on shuffle for Spotify. Like I'll play a random playlist on Spotify and her songs will be in it. And I vibe with them. I like them. And I know them well enough now to sing along, but like I've never listened to any of her albums front to back. But me and albums, they're kind of tricky because usually I'll listen to them once, and if I don't really like the flow of them front to back, I won't listen to them again. Like I'll listen to certain songs off of them. And I feel like that's, well, I don't know. Is that how you listen to music too? Like do you pick and choose? Like are there just random songs that you like of an artist but you never go went to like expand and like delve into that artist's discography to see if you like more of their music? Because me personally, my liked songs playlist isn't that big. I feel like it isn't as big as it could be because there are a lot of songs that I listen to regularly that aren't in my liked songs playlist. Like I enjoy them. Spotify plays them very frequently and I will sing along to them, but I don't know the artist, I don't know the title, and it's not in my liked songs playlist. So it's like, do I really like the song? Or am I just, I don't know. It's kind of like listening to the radio, but then radio play, I haven't really listened to the radio in a long time because I'm not in the car very frequently. And most people, and okay, sorry, let me rephrase. Most times when I'm in the car, the songs are being played on aux. So no radio play. But I feel like from my memory, like growing up and whatnot, when I would hear songs on the radio host would say the title and the artist, and that's how I would learn them. But now on Spotify, like I personally have an earbud in my ear majority of the day. So there's almost always something playing, whether it be music or a podcast. There's almost always something playing in my ear. And I don't always go to look at the song title and things. So sometimes I'll just vibe with the vibes that Spotify's given me. And I will say I do really enjoy Spotify's algorithm. I feel like they do a really good job of playing songs that I like. Maybe it's because I tend to, like, when I do pick and choose what songs I want to listen to, I will listen to the same songs over and over and over again. Because, well, I will listen to the same songs over and over and over again for like weeks at a time. Like, I don't want to say like I was in like a Steve Lacy era because I love Steve Lacy. As we know, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before. I saw him in concert back in June. I feel like I could sing all of his songs, although I don't know the lyrics necessarily. I go based off of what I hear, but you know, sometimes we mishear things Cause I'll be singing a song and I think it's a certain word, but then if someone else is there and they're singing along too and they sing a different word, I'm like, wait a minute, who's right? And I like instantly have to fact check. But I just be vibing. I just like to sing along, and sometimes the lyrics are wrong, and that's okay. We live, laugh, love with the vibes that are going. I don't know where I was really going with that, to be honest. Anyway, yeah. There's nothing like an album that you can listen to front to back. Like no skips, nothing. Uh the I guess this is gonna be like a music episode because whew, it it gets me going. Like a good there's nothing like a good album, I'm telling you, that you can listen to front to back. Like, for example, Post Malone's Stoney album, I love front to back. I can listen to all day, every day. Joji, I really like Ballads 1. I also really like Nectar and In Tongues. Listen, Joji's discography, Chef's Kiss. I could listen to him all day. In fact, last year he was my top played artist, and I'm pretty sure my top 5 songs, my five, sorry, I'm getting a little too excited and I'm jumbling over my words. My, uh, sorry, I started fact checking myself and went into my gallery to look for the, to look for the summary of my Spotify Wrapped from last year. I'm pretty sure my top 5 songs, my top 5 most played songs from last year were all Joji songs. Literally, yes. Okay, so my top 5 songs last year were Slow Dancing in the Dark, Gimme Love, Afterthought, Ew, and Sanctuary. And I think that's because I would listen to Nectar on repeat, because I'm pretty sure um the last 4 songs were the first 4 songs on the Nectar album. Oh no, they're not. Just kidding. Ill Modus, TikTok Daylight, Upgrade, Give Me Love. Yeah. Don't mind me. Listen, I love Joji. His songs are so short but so sweet. Like, what do you mean Nectar is 18 songs long, but it's not even an hour? Like, hello? Because, yeah, even if. Anyway, I'm not gonna start doing the math on that, but yeah, I love Joji, and he was in my top 5 this year as well, but he wasn't number 1. He was actually, damn, he came in at number 5. Number 1 for me this year was Steve Lacy. And I think at this point we know how I feel about Steve Lacy because I did see him in concert. I could probably sing every song of his. Actually, that's a little bit of a stretch. I don't want to say every song. I could sing a lot of songs of his. He makes really, really good music, in my opinion. If you don't agree, that's cool. It's not for everyone. Not everything is for everyone, and that is okay. You just need to find your audience and find those that like the same things as you. Because if we all like the same things, then wouldn't, like, nothing would really be special, you know? Like, oh, you like Squishmallows? I like Squishmallows too. Cool. Everyone loves Squishmallows. But you know, it's cool that everyone has like their own things. But anyway, in case you were curious, I did post this on my Twitter. But my top 5 artists for this year, coming in at number 1 was Steve Lacy, 2, SZA, 3, The Weeknd, 4, Tyler the Creator, and 5, Joji. maybe it's my bias coming into play, but I feel like all of these artists have an at least one album that I could listen to cover to cover. I'm saying at least one because actually for SZA, I don't think I've ever listened to any of her albums cover to cover. I have 10 songs of hers that I. Oh, wait, actually, I did listen to SOS. I did listen to SOS front to back. No, it is a really good album. Who am I? Who am I kidding here? Who am I kidding here? Yes, no. All of these artists, in my humble opinion, I have at least one album that I can listen to front to back. No skips. The Weekend, man, don't even get me started. First of all, Trilogy, as long as it is a masterpiece. If you ask me, I I mean, I listened to at least the first part of that album a lot because it's hard to get through. Woo, it's a long one. Hold on. 2 hours and 39 minutes. It's a long one, but really good songs. It's a classic in my opinion. And holy, it came out in 2012. That was 11 years ago. I was in middle school listening to this because ooh, man. Ooh, sorry. I'm having a moment here because in middle school listening to Trilogy, I mean, it was just of the times. So, one of those things. But in hindsight now, being a middle schooler listening to this uh kind of music is a little if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's okay. But The Weeknd as an artist, uh, he's pretty cool. His music videos are pretty cool too, and there's just so much content to listen to. So much content. I love After Hours, My Dear Melancholy, Starboy. Listen, yeah, many albums that I could listen to front to back. Starboy I used to have on repeat 2016. What a time. But it came out in November 2016. So it was more like 2017 for me that I would listen to the album a lot. Because like I said, I was never really a person to run and listen to music when it released right away. I mean, unless it got radio play and stuff and I would hear it and it would catch my ear and I'd like it, then perhaps I would go and like listen to the whole thing. But I don't, as much as I love to listen to music, I kind of like to give it some time because I feel like when you dive in immediately, at least for me, I don't know, for some reason the expectations are weird and kind of high. I don't know what it is. But then when I give it some time and I listen to it later, I feel like I enjoy it more. I don't know. I feel like perhaps I rush it a little bit when I try to listen to it right away. I don't know. But that's me and my music taste. Another artist that I love, although I feel like she's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Gosh darn it, I can't think of the word now. She's kind of not hypocritical, but a little. I don't know what word I'm looking for. And honestly, I can't even describe it right now. My mind is blanking. But I am a huge Lana stan, although I feel like it's a little controversial to say that. That's the word that I'm looking for. a little controversial to be able to understand now because her political views and whatnot. But I don't know. The internet just says things, and sometimes I just take it and run. But try to be weary of things. Cite your sources. But no, I was in high school. Big Lana stan. I also saw her in concert. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this. Yes, I did mention this before. She was my first concert ever. It was a birthday gift to me from my dad. Thank you, Dad. Shout out to you for buying me my first ever concert tickets. Got to see her. Yes, no. Sorry. I'm having some flashbacks. Don't mind me. Endless Summer Tour. Born to Die. Cover to cover. Ultraviolence. Cover to cover. Honeymoon. Cover to cover. Lust for Life. Cover to cover. Norman fucking Rockwell. It's been a long time since I listened to it cover to cover, so perhaps. Actually, no. Cinnamon Girl! Sorry, I'm getting excited because I'm looking at the songs on this album. Cinnamon Girl. It's an anthem for sure, in my opinion. Cinnamon. Oh, wow. Wait, stop. Sorry. I'm getting a little too excited here because it's just, listen, there's nothing like a really good song. And it gets me going. Chemtrails Over the Country Club, didn't listen to. Blue Bannisters, didn't listen to. Did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? Also didn't listen to. Yeah, I haven't listened to. She released 2 albums in the same year? Huh. Yeah, you see, I haven't been keeping up with her. I stopped after Norman fucking Rockwell, I fear. But I still love her as an artist. You know, I don't want to say she shaped me, but you know, her songs did something for my upbringing. I wouldn't take it back. I just, you know, it is what it is. It's in the past. Her songs still hit. If you ask me, perhaps it's the bias plus the nostalgia of it all. But you know, I love it. I cannot believe I've been talking about just music for like the last 20 minutes or so. That's kind of crazy. A little bit crazy. It's so fun to see how my music taste evolves over time. That's one of my favorite parts about like the Spotify Wrapped, because they show you like your stats essentially for the music that you listen to, and I think it's really cool. Shout out to Spotify for doing all of that. Yeah, I cannot believe my listening time though. 160,452 minutes I have listened to Spotify this year. But like I said, I do have an earbud in my ear for majority of my day, which granted probably isn't the best thing for me, but you know, it is what it is. I like to listen to music while I'm at work because it helps me get through the day a little better. You know, when you have a good soundtrack playing, it makes life all the more interesting, all the more fun, I feel like. That's just me though. Because some people, I don't know. Sorry. It can be a little distracting. Actually, no. I feel like I work well with the background music because there's already music playing, but I don't like that music. I mean, well, some songs are good, but not If I could switch up the radio, I would. And so I do, but just for myself personally. So, you know, it is what it is. But since it's the holiday season, they are playing holiday music now. And I'm not really a holiday music listener. Like, besides the All I Want for Christmas Is You, which is, it's crazy how much money Mariah Carey must make around this time of year. Like, the day after Thanksgiving, it's time. Like, not even the day after Thanksgiving, the day after Halloween, November 1st, it's time. Like, holy shit. Give me a second to breathe, please. Like, we just got over this holiday. Thanksgiving hasn't even come. But you know what? Thanksgiving isn't even like. Eh, sorry, not to get political, but Thanksgiving isn't a holiday that really should be celebrated. I feel like it's based off lies. Well, it's a very I don't know. I don't know how I would like to phrase it. Allow me to think. Allow me to choose my words a little bit wisely here. Like, the history behind Thanksgiving is not a very nice one necessarily. Like, what they teach us in school, the pilgrims and the pilgrims and colonizers are the same people. The natives and the colonizers having like their feast together in celebration of whatever, a good harvest. I don't know. It's just when they killed all these natives and stole their land, man, it's just saddening. But that's not even, is that why people like, I feel like the way that Thanksgiving has been celebrated over the years has changed. Like, obviously, things obvious, and you stop saying that. It varies from household to household, I'm sure, like their values and morals and things, whether or not they decide to celebrate the holiday. But me personally, Thanksgiving has always just been like a day to come together with my family in celebration of still being alive, still being able to get together, because not all families can get together for Thanksgiving. Some people have to work, some people live across the country, some people live in different countries. Not everybody makes it to the next Thanksgiving. So be thankful for your presence here in this moment of time. Um, so Thanksgiving has kind of been like a day, and for me, in my eyes, Thanksgiving has been a day to get together with your loved ones, eat good food, share memories, and create new ones. But the the history, like the beginning of Thanksgiving, isn't necessarily based on those values. So the meaning has kind of changed and evolved. Maybe it's just for me, but I'm sure that I'm not the only one who thinks of it this way. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about Thanksgiving? Because me, now that I'm like a little more awake and aware of the world around me and like the history and things, it's daunting almost to even like, I don't want to say to like celebrate the holiday, but I guess in a way it's daunting to celebrate the holiday, because it's like, well, now I'm just celebrating corporate America and like giving into Mm, what am I giving into actually? Huh. I don't know. Sometimes I just be saying things. But this is my corner of the internet. I can talk about anything and everything I want. If you feel, though, that I could have said something a little differently, or if I was wrong, feel free to, um, damn, what the hell? Not feel free to shout me out is not the right phrase. Feel free to call me out on my bullshit. But, like, make it a conversation. Don't make it an attack, because an attack isn't gonna really get us anywhere. It's not going to get me anywhere. Tell me what I did wrong. Explain to me what I could do better for the next time. You know, make it a learning point. Don't just make it like a way to put me down. So, you know, have a conversation. I'll put my Twitter in the link. Well, my Twitter will be linked in the bio. We can have a conversation. By all means. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Because right now it's just me and myself and I having a conversation to whoever's listening. Uh, so if you have different feelings and opinions on something, I'd love to talk about it. Let's talk about it. But yeah, I sidetracked myself. I don't even remember what I was rambling on about. But well, I kind of do remember, but I remember like my last talking point. The controversy of celebrating Thanksgiving. Yeah. Like I don't want to I don't want to give into like the greed of corporate America and things like that. However, I do enjoy my family time. It's hard to get the family all together. Like I know family reunions are a thing and people I guess maybe perhaps that would just be a better idea. Like a summertime family reunion when the weather is nice, people are more likely to want to go outside. But then it's also just busier outside in general because hello, it's hot outside. Why be inside when you can be outside exploring and enjoying the world as opposed to the winter time, the fall, the winter when it's cold and brisk, when people don't want to leave their house. They still do anyway to spend time with their family, like for Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, any other holidays around this time of year. New Year's. People like to come together for New Year's with their family as well. Because why not? But don't forget to spend time with your family and enjoy their presence while you still have it. Because truly and honestly, your presence is a present because not everybody has access to you. And it's hard to, I was going to say it's hard to be available for everyone, which is true, but that's not necessarily what I wanted to say. Sometimes it's hard to get together with those that you love because life, especially now in this economy and whatnot, it's, first of all, it's just expensive to do things like, I don't know, even just to eat, to go out to eat. Ooh, as a, to go out to eat with a couple of people is expensive, but to go out to eat as a family is even worse on the pocket. But you know, you go, you cook, bring a dish, get together, have some food, have some fun. It's all cool. But you know, just do what you can with what you have. That's all you really can do. Yeah, but I hope this holiday season has been treating you well. I know it's been tough. Well, yeah, no, it's been tough. Maybe that's just me speaking on my own experience, but uh, it seems to be the general consensus as of lately, and I can't say that it makes me happy. So, but you know, I don't want to say it is what it is, but we got to work to make things better. And if you weren't able to get together with your family for Thanksgiving, hopefully you can get together with them sometime soon. Or if you're not on good terms with your family, hopefully you got some friends that you can spend some time with, have some fun, enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, whether it just be painting, singing, taking pictures, anything. I mean, having a nice meal, even if it's by yourself. Everyone deserves to be happy. And I truly and honestly believe that. Much easier said than done, because what makes a person happy varies from person to person. But also some people are just hard to please. Fortunately, unfortunately, I was gonna say fortunately and unfortunately, but I think it's a little unfortunate when it's you're harder to please. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I don't know. Call it high standards or whatever you want, but eh, sometimes you just gotta expect nothing and be grateful for everything. Because nothing in this world is promised. Not the rest of your day, not tomorrow, not next week. It's not promised anything can happen in between now and then. So enjoy your presence here while you still have it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. um, hmm. Anyway. Oh, actually, there was something that I did actually kind of want to talk about. So, we were doing some household cleaning recently, and someone came across an old school assignment that I did in elementary school. I wrote like a story for a class. There's no date on this paper or on these papers, so I have no idea how old I was when I wrote this, but it was definitely in elementary school, so I was younger than like 10 or 11. Based on the illustrations here, I want to say I was in like the 3rd grade. I was looking at the handwriting for myself and the teacher that graded it to see if I could like recognize it, because I have like a weird little memory like that. Um it's not giving what it needs to give. I don't know. I didn't recognize anything, but definitely an elementary school illustration. And I wanted to read it aloud. I haven't read it yet. This story has been sitting in my room for a little while, and I wanted to read it on my podcast for some reason. So I've been avoiding reading it, but let's do that together in celebration of the holiday season, I guess. So this story is called A Breakdown by me. I'm not really sure what the assignment was. Well, yeah, no, I'm not sure what the prompt was for this assignment, but I did a cover, and on the cover there's the Tooth Fairy and Santa with a broken sleigh. Like his sleigh has a hole in the side, and he's with his reindeer. So, just based on the cover, I don't even remember writing this story. Maybe the memories will come flushing back once I start to read it. But it's called A Breakdown, and I spelled break, Brake, like brake pedal. So maybe there's like, I don't know, a hidden meaning behind that, or maybe I just didn't know how to spell. Ooh, I used the wrong brake, maybe? Question mark. Anyway, let's get on with the story. Beep beep. Beep. Maybe I did that on purpose, actually. A breakdown. Well, I don't know. Anyway, this is A Breakdown by Kaylin Pimentel. It's like a page long, front and back. So let's see how good my writing skills were in elementary school. Suddenly, Santa starts shaking. His reindeer are going wild. They're going in different directions, and no matter how much Santa pulls, they just don't stop. Boom! Santa and his reindeer crash into a huge tree that was covered with cold, clean, white winter snow, and all the snow fell right on top of them. Plop! Went the snow that fell on top of them. Sorry. They shook the snow right off of their bodies. When Santa went to clean the snow off, the red sled, he noticed, had a huge gap in the size of a car's tire. Okay, description. I read over the typos, sorry, to like stop. That was the first paragraph. There's a few. I say typos. This was handwritten. My handwriting actually wasn't bad, but it's very different now. Like I used to do curly Y's and G's in my writing, but now I don't do that anymore. I just do like regular Y's and G's. But I used the wrong form of there. Like there, when it says they're going in different directions, I spelled there THERE when it's supposed to be THEYRE. Anyway, not me being hypercritical on elementary school me. Let's continue on with the story. Oh no, thought Santa. It will take forever to fix my sled now. Santa thought and thought. Just then he had an idea that he had to figure out what was wrong with the reindeer. I spelled maybe wrong. Sorry. Maybe something was bothering them, he thought. So Santa went. This is hard to read because the paper is so. Sorry. So Santa went towards one of the reindeer that was in the front of the sled. I didn't even use their names. Oh my, sorry. I'm like being hypercritical of myself. Ugh. Sorry. I thought this was gonna be fun to read, but I'm just fucking bashing myself. So Santa went towards one of the reindeer that was in the front of the sled. Santa touched his jaw. Just then, he pushed Santa to the snow. Plop went Santa. I got it, whispered Santa to himself. Something has to be wrong with their mouths. Santa stands up and try again. Every time he tries to be gentle and pull out the tooth that hurts them, he keeps on falling right into the snow. Just then, right when Santa was going to give up, he saw someone in the sky with a bag filled with teeth and a wand that had a tooth on top. And the person had a pearly white dress that was as white as snow. It was the Tooth Fairy. All this random ass information, very descriptive of me. Anyway. Santa called the Tooth Fairy and she came down. Santa told the Tooth Fairy what what had happened, and she decided to help Santa with his problem. Santa told the Tooth Fairy that every reindeer had a tooth that hurts, and it was bothering them. So the Tooth Fairy looked in the bag to see if she had a tool to pull out one tooth out of every single because there's no. Oh, sorry, I spelled single. I forgot the N in single. I spelled it SIGLE. Out of every single reindeer's mouth. Aha! She found it. The perfect tool to use to pull out the tooth that hurts. She wiggled every tooth that hurts. She wiggled every tooth to figure out which one hurt. And when she wiggled the tooth that hurts, the reindeer would kind of stand up and push the Tooth Fairy down. It was not so hard to find out which one hurts because for some of the reindeer, the tooth that hurts was really dirty compared to the other teeth. Okay, context clues. Ooh. Now that the problem is figured out. Wait, I can't read. Hold on. Now that the problem is, I guess, figured. I can't. It's hard to read. I wrote this in pencil, so the lead is kind of smudged, and it really light. It's hard for me to see. Oh, now that the problem is figured out, where on earth am I? Oh, how? Oh, stupid. Oh, silly goose. Now that the problem is figured out, how on earth am I going to fix my sled? Santa said to the Tooth Fairy. Santa thought and thought and thought, but he did not have any idea on how to fix the sled. Santa thought of nothing. I cannot read this. Santa thought of putting wood on the gap, but he did not have wood, nails, or a hammer. How else can we fix the gap in the red sled? Said the Tooth Fairy. I got it, yelled Santa. I could. What does that say? Damn. I could put a huge present that is bigger than the gap to cover it so none of the smaller presents fly out. And from that day on, Santa would always check the reindeer's mouth before he would take off to deliver the presents to the people of the world. That was a little bit hard for me to read. I feel like perhaps I should have read it before, but the end, that was my story. And my teacher who graded this left a comment at the end and said, "You didn't end with a thought, feeling, or what the character learned as a result of their experience." And they gave me a 2 out of, I think, 5. So, honestly, after reading that, I agree. It was a little all over the place. But this is also me as a 23-year-old being hypercritical of myself as an elementary school child. I feel like she could have been a little nicer and gave me a 3, but I guess based on the prompt and whatnot, a 2 was what she came to the consensus of. But I feel like it was a really creative story. The Tooth Fairy and Santa, I had to have been in like the 2nd or 3rd grade or something, because when did I stop believing in Santa? Honestly, I don't remember. Honestly, I don't have like a clear memory on like the age I was. It was definitely while I was still in elementary school that I was like, oh, Santa's not real. Somebody broke the news to me, but Santa and the Tooth Fairy. Yeah, that was a fun little story. Although I do have to agree, there wasn't really any problem solving. Well, there was problem solving. I didn't end with the thought or feeling of what the character learned as a result. So perhaps I didn't follow what the prompt was necessarily asking for, but just for the memories, for me, this was a fun little read, although a little embarrassing that I didn't know how to spell. But I feel like I started off strong with like the description and things, and then towards the end, that was when it got kind of rushed and I kind of just jumped to the end of the plot. But to be fair, it's just one page front and back. So like how I can't even think of the words I want to say right now. Like, how descriptive could I have been? Like, I feel like I started off with too much description and then kind of lost some of the details in the sauce in the middle. But it was a fun little holiday read. I don't know why I wanted to share that on here, but I did. So hopefully you enjoyed the read as much as I did. I will say I don't have like any memory of writing this. So it's still a little bit of a mystery to me as of when I wrote this, like how old I was, but definitely was in elementary school. This was not my handwriting in middle school was different. At least to my memory. So yeah, that's cool, that's fun. The holiday season is here. So I just wanted to share that. Thanks for listening. And with that being said, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this found you well, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Until next time on Kaylin's Corner.